Yo, what's going on, guys? CultofMush back at it with the top 5 PC game deals of the week. This week, unlike the majority of weeks, there isn't actually a lot of games to pick from. However, I was able to scrounge out 5 pretty good deals that I think you guys should look into, and I tried to mention games that I haven't mentioned on this list, at least a few of them. For example, Enslaved Odyssey to the West is available for $5 right now, but I've talked about that game so many times in this series, so I decided to leave that off the list. With that being said, let's get right into this with number 5. For number 5, Steam is having a Ubisoft arcade sale, so some of the lower key Ubisoft games are on sale, and 2 of which in particular you guys should check out. Number 5 is Child of Light, which is 75% off, knocking it down from $15 to $3.74. This is a 2.5D, very artistic RPG. It's got some of the best art direction that you'll see in a video game. It's just a very pretty game to look at, not in the traditional sense, but just artistically, it's a very good looking game. I haven't played too much of this one, but from what I did play, you could tell there was something really good in there, and the reviews have it pointed in a very positive direction. The recent Steam reviews, I know you gotta take those with a grain of salt, but they have them at overwhelmingly positive, with 102 recent reviews, so definitely check this one out if you're into RPGs, and for $3.74, it's a really good deal. Also a part of the Ubisoft arcade sale, number 4 is Valiant Hearts: The Great War. This was one of the underrated gems of the last few years. It's just a fantastic game. It's a 2D side-scroller, and once again, just like Child of Light, this game has amazing art direction. The game is so good to look at. And again, just like Child of Light, it's not in the traditional sense, but artistically, it's just on point. The game is set in World War I, it's got a great story, great characters, the gameplay is good, and this game released over 2 years ago. It came out to some buzz, but then a lot of people forgot about it. If you like your side-scrolling adventure games, definitely give Valiant Hearts a look. It's a game, in my opinion, is one of the best indie games of recent memory. I don't know if I would put it on the all-time list of great indie games, but Valiant Hearts is great, and for $3.74, it's well worth a pickup. Moving outside of Steam, over on Indie Gala, you've got Deadly Premonition: The Director's Cut. Typically goes for $25, 90% off for $2.50. This is a Steam key, and Deadly Premonition is one of the weirdest games. Is it a fantastic game? No. But honestly, it not being a fantastic game is one of the quirky charms about this game, and for those of you that played Deadly Premonition, you know what I'm talking about. If you've played games like Indigo Prophecy, Heavy Rain, think of it something like that. Obviously, at least in my opinion, it's not up to par with some of Quantic Dream's games, but for $2.50, in my opinion, Deadly Premonition is one of those games that every gamer really needs to experience. It came out to a lot of buzz, and over the year, people have begun forgetting about it, and it's become one of those hidden gems. If you've never played Deadly Premonition, it's only $2.50. I mean, that's such a low price for a game that, if nothing else, it's just very interesting and unique compared to everything else on the market, and I really had a good time with it. I know some people didn't. For a lot of people, it is a love it or hate it kind of game. A lot of people liked it, a lot of people did not. But at the very least, you have to play it. Number 2, over on the Humble Store, you've got a Bethesda sale going on right now. A lot of Bethesda games. Doom is 50% off. That deal is also available on Steam, so if you want to hop on Steam and get it, go for that if you want. Fallout 3 is 50% off for $5. The Game of the Year edition is 40% off for $12. New Vegas is 50% off, $5. The Ultimate Edition of New Vegas, same thing, 40% off for $12. And then obviously you've got Fallout 4, which is 50% off for $30. Now, this is a deal I've been seeing quite a bit, and if you don't pick up Fallout 4 right now for $30, this deal will probably come around again very soon. But if you want to play Fallout 4, I think $30 is the perfect price to get into the game. Now, obviously, you do have a lot of the DLC coming out, so it might not be a bad idea to wait for a Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition, because you know at some point that's gonna happen, and from what I've heard, the DLC is pretty good. But if you're just really dying to play Fallout 4, you didn't want to spend the retail $60 for $30, I think this is the perfect price for it. It's not a perfect game. A lot of people thought it didn't live up to the hype, but Fallout 4 had so much hype behind it that honestly, to live up to it, it would be kind of hard. It's still a very good open world game. I had fun with it. Sure, it's got its bugs and glitches, but at this point, if you've played Bethesda games, that's to be expected. And finally, number 1, over on Green Man Gaming, you've got Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. It's listed as $15, but the VIP price is $12. What is the VIP price? Pretty much all you've got to do is make an account and then buy the game. That's literally it to get the VIP price, and $12 for Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is a fantastic price. I cannot recommend this game enough for a multitude of reasons. First of all, I played this game on the PlayStation 3 when it originally released back in 2012, and I loved the game on there. And when I got into PC gaming, this would always be a game that I was like, hey, bring Dragon's Dogma to PC. And earlier this year, it finally happened, but a game like this, many would expect it to be kind of a bad port, because it is just a porting of a game that's 4 years old, but that is not the case. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is one of the best PC ports I've ever played. You've got so many settings to tweak. The game runs butter smooth, 60 frames per second, which is a big thing because on consoles the performance was kind of whack. And this is Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, so you get Dragon's Dogma the base game and the Dark Arisen DLC. And that's a lot of content for $12. And if you're like me where you're always bitching about PC ports, then you should support the games that are really good ports, and Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is definitely one of them, and for $12, absolute steal, would highly recommend it. So that's gonna wrap up the top 5 best PC game deals of the week. Let me know if you pick any of these up. Let me know if I missed any games. I really tried to look everywhere. Just a little limited on the deals this week. Indie Gala does also have a Bandai Namco publisher sale going on right now, so they've got a lot of games on sale. One of those games being Enslaved, which is a really good game, but I've mentioned that so many times, so you probably get the idea. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.